Hello, this is a Welmar upright piano made in 1989, and as you can see it has a different style of opening on the lid. Now I'm assessing this piano before it goes into the workshop because it's, as you'll see in a minute, has had some mouse damage, and the keys are very sticky as well. They've also been neglected for a while. The case has also got a fade line where the front lid's been held up, and so that's quite common really. And the keys are very sticky, but I don't think that's going to give us a problem. We often have to lubricate, and maybe the hammers and the keys too, and I don't think it's been used that much, so that's encouraging. Now, the piano's been retailed by Harrods, I think probably from new. As I say, it's 1989, and that will be up. I'll check that number later on, but we've got a list of Harrods numbers now. Looking down here, you'll see what the problem is, and this is very unusual to have as much mouse damage as that, especially on this area of the piano. So they obviously took a liking to the piano action, and you can see the droppings there. That's not normally incredibly common. Moth damage is the main enemy that we really have to change loads of felts. Then I think if they've only eaten that section, which I think they have, then I think it's just going to be, well, a reasonable amount of time, but we've got spares that we can use for that. So the question is, in terms of, I think it would be worth doing, because Welmar's very good. This is right at the end, 1989, of their sort of really good patch. I think really up to about 1985. The serial numbers follow the year, so 85 would be 1985, and then just after, but still extremely good pianos. Listening to the bass, that's rich, and as you expect it to be. Welmar's such a good make that, as you know, if you've seen other videos, we often buy and sell them. Especially they're our preferred make of small piano. This isn't incredibly small. I think it's about 115, which is smallish. And the tone right the way through. Breakpoint's very important. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. A bit out of tune there, so that should be fine. Let's look at the hammers. Actually, the Celeste has been eaten by the mice as well, but that's not going to be a problem. We've got plenty of Celeste. And the hammers, I don't know if we can get the angle to see them here, and the light's a bit strange because it's outside, but not a huge amount of wear. It looks like it's been played for an hour a day for a couple of years, so that's worn the hammers in nicely. Just pulled the action out to look at the back of it, and the felts are all perfect on the back, so that's encouraging. They've obviously just eaten the front, perhaps they got sick from that and didn't eat any more, or died even. But joking apart, I think that's a bit, there's something come onto those hammers, but listening to the tone of the piano and looking at the damage that they've done, we can certainly restore that. And the Welmar's a very good make of piano, so I think we'll enjoy doing some work on this, just replacing these basically, and seeing what other damage they've done, whether they've eaten any of the felts. But I don't think they would have done. Moths will get into the felts at the back here, and they very often eat those what we call check felts. Back check. Sorry, I beg your pardon. The felts here. Sorry, I temporarily forgot what they were. The cushion felts behind here, and we had one recently, a Steinway, where they'd eaten quite a few of them. So we're often having to repair moth damage, and it's not really, obviously it's a lot more work. We'd take the action apart. We probably may have to take this part of the action apart, but moths do very extensive damage under the keys too. Don't think there's any damage under these keys, but whatever there is should be repairable, and being, say, a Welmar's going to be a very good piano to restore. So thank you for listening. Sorry, I forgot to say I'd already previously checked the bottom of the piano, but forgot to put it on the video. And there's mice droppings there, but they haven't done any real damage. And moths, they'll eat these felts, so moths is a real enemy, and mice a nuisance, and we can usually repair what damage they've done without too much problem.